live already on YouTube now? Or not? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm live already on YouTube. Oh, now I'm live, I guess. Oh. Best advice: how to make a plan with doxy plan. Um, how to make a plan and then not a doxy plan. I would love to leak some stuff from my mid and late game course, but I can make it very simple for you. Let me check my own notes. But basically, you don't know which objective you're playing for, which is either Drake, whatever. If you're ahead, play with that with your strongest laner. If you're behind, cross map. Play on the opposite side. Does it make sense? So depending on how ahead or behind you are. And let's say that there's no objectives. Bro, what is the Vanguard error, guys? Chat. Okay, guys. Wait, hold on. Do I search what error is? What is Vanguard error van in League of Legends? Update right client. Filter is really encrypted. Do I accept this? What? No! Fuck, right? Fuck, bro, why can't I press on yes? Good job, right client. Good job. Like, smart client. That is fucking XD. That is crazy. Okay, wait, hold up. Okay. Windows plus R. Sorry, stopped. Again. Reinstall, wait, install. Ah, fuck, guys. I have to restart my stream, I think, okay? I think I have to restart my stream. Because I'm getting trolled by Riot Games, okay? So, be right back. I'll be back in a few minutes. Fucking Riot client. Okay. Let me check. We are back. And it seems like we're not crashing. So far, so good. Okay, we good. It looks like we're Gucci for now. Yeah, we're good. I just bought a course this time to get Challenger. You will. Unless you're Iron, but... Well, what rank are you, Snus? But now, of course, I have a Q lockout. Thank you, Riot Games. A long way, Emerald. I mean, it's still a very good start, right? You'll be good. Let me see. Let me send this to someone. Mm. Okay, the better broke right arm. I was aiming for at least high diamond. You got it for sure. Wait. You literally broke your right arm or what? Did you actually break your right arm? Nah, you don't have to check your lobby, honestly. Yo, start reviewing after bootcamp. Thanks for the course. Which course? Okay, my bootcamp is not a course, but I explained some concepts of my course. Because it's a bit confusing for me when people say sometimes course, but it's technically a bootcamp. But I guess you got some nice value out of it, so I'm happy. I'm happy that you are enjoying it, my friend. Could I see a Diana game on Jam pushing challenge on Diana? I haven't mastered the challenge on Diana on my YouTube. You should watch that. What? You got hit by a car cycling to work? And that is actually a blower. Bootcamp really sold me together courses. Bro, but not before, what? Did you first have to see my bootcamp to think that my courses were good or what? Like the bootcamp is like 20% of, actually no, it's not even 20%. With all my courses, it's probably like 15% of the content. But yeah. Because you know what's funny? When I say my courses are goated, people are like, nah, this guy's just trying to sell something, but people don't know. People actually don't know how fucking good it is. For me, it's the other way around. I got early in course, then the bootcamp. The courses are insane, bro. The courses are insane. What should I pick here, though? Fuck, I forgot the champ request. um, do we do a game of Tolonsky? Actually, I feel like playing Kha'Zix. Kirei, bro. Yo, what's up? Wait, how do you counter the 50-minute rule on a weak early jungler? You have to start wolves and ward your entrances. Let's go with this. After bootcamp, I feel like I was playing checkers while others play chess. Wait, what is checkers? But after this game, we're gonna do champ request. Okay, I think Mordekaiser is not a bad champion for a new player. I do think there are better champs. Unranked to change without glasses, that's funny. What is the 50-minute rule? I'll be making a guide on the 50-minute rule. I'll be spoiling the beans, but I don't even know if I should spoil the beans. Because you know what's gonna happen? You guys will get level 1 invaded. 1 out of 5 games, I'm sure of it. But at least you know what it is. You're stuck to go from Master Beyond. The thing is, from Master Beyond, it's like a lot of mid and late game fundamentals. Add please Champool to your course. Champool. I don't have like a Champool video on my course, but I have one on my YouTube, like roughly what you should pick. Yes, today will be full educational. Full educational. So let me know the ELO in the chat and let me know what you guys struggle with. I'll do my best to explain everything. Maybe I should have my door open because of the doorbell. How to decide a champion pool? I mean, play something you enjoy that's like in the A plus tier. Now I'm playing from behind. Okay, one thing. I don't recommend to learn how to play from behind. I recommend to learn how to not fall behind. If that makes sense. Can you flex first since early? Nah. My arms are skinny. You see, it's not big. Skinny arms. Anyway.
Now
Since most of you guys want to learn just how to... Okay, essentially, I assume that all of you guys just want to learn how to carry, right? So, I will show you guys how to carry as a jungler, okay? And how to 1v9. In this game, I'm playing Kha'Zix, so specifically because I'm playing Kha'Zix, hold on. I'm just gonna hover here, but I'm really not useful. But look at me now, okay? I see that I have Zillion and Jinx in my team, and I have finalization top lane. Because I have finalization top lane, and, well, my Jinx is probably gonna be the one to 1v9, I am gonna path top to bot. So, as a jungler, if you want to 1v9, right, the thing that you have to understand is that, well, guess what? You're gonna be super consistent with jungle tracking, and know what your win condition is, and know how to play for it. So, I'm gonna do a special game today, which is that I'll explain to you guys how to play for your win condition, okay? So all the steps that I personally do and other challenger junglers on how to play for win condition and how to win consistently. Because in the end, as a jungler, your job is literally to, you know, be a jungler and understand what is your role specifically in the game. So, if you look at this game, Jinx, Zillion, if they get ahead, they should be able to 1v9. My top lane is just gonna be useful after level 6. So after level 6, I might look for a top lane play. Whereas mid lane, I mean, I think I can often kill the Smolder if he's deep. But the thing is that as a jungler, you have only limited time to make plays. So in this case, I will just clear my outside camps, right? And because I finished 3 camps, I mean, okay, it's an Ivern, but Ivern could look for an early game gank as well. So look at me, I'm communicating to my laners, yo bros, be careful, don't die. And as long as they don't die, I'm a happy man. Wait, if people get Soloq killed... Wait, hold up, what, this guy cheesed me? Hell no. Okay, here, I hope that... No. Okay, I mean... That is... that is awkward. Surely the win is right. Okay, babe boys, let's go. Get him, boy. Get him. Get him. Oh, okay, he's dead, right? Come on, he has to die here. Okay, it is what it is. But honestly, this is not too bad because the enemy team used their summoners, and now I'm just gonna full clear top to bot again. But that little doggo actually cheesed me, bruh. So here's the thing, I do have 2 smites available, right? And I could look to invade him, but instead of me invading him here, I'll just full clear my own camps, top to bot, and because the enemy bot lane doesn't have summoners, we'll be good. So take a look here, okay? Wait, where's my pet? Here it is. But here I'm just gonna full clear towards bot side. I know their bot lane has no summoners, so I have one job. You know what it is? To ping my laners to not die. I'm teaching you guys how to play for win condition, okay? And part of knowing how to play for win condition is knowing summoners. You see how my Silas is pinging to gank mid lane? No. Why is that? Because take a look at Smolder. I cannot kill him. If Smolder has E, I will never ever kill him. Because he can just run away, right? So it's a waste of time. So instead of me looking for a play on mid lane, I'll just finish my camps. Okay, I forgot to ping mid ball in here to be careful. Or the Ivern. Let's hope he's not there. He's there, fuck. Okay, perfect example. Do you see how I was like explaining mid lane? Yeah, I was not really locked in on zone tracking there, right? But for me, if I was actually locked in zone tracking, playing for a win condition, not explaining why I didn't go mid lane, I would have been able to make sure my ball doesn't die here. And when I get there, and if I can counter gank, that would have been a triple kill. But yeah, in this case, because I, you know, went for explaining mid lane, I didn't zone track, they died. And now, because I'm homeless, I will start this objective and get this. You see, I could have went for invade, but I didn't do that. I just simply cleared top the bot, but I failed at jungle tracking. That's the crucial part, okay? Now I'm just doing this Drake ride, which takes me 20 years, but all good. Okay, why did I not want to fight here? Because I just took the Drake on very low HP. So the fight is just not good. Simply put. Also go this, yep. And now, I'm just gonna clear top to bot again. You can see here my mid lane's very far behind. My top lane's behind and my bot lane's behind, okay? So the game is not looking good. So, what will I do? I will still continue to full clear top to bot, but do you see there how I decided to not take this bad fight, and I decided to just base? What do I have now? I have now tempo advantage, and because I have tempo advantage, I want to be using that. So, how do I use my tempo here? That's the thing, right? Because if you have tempo advantage, how do you use it, and how do you punish the enemy team if they're winning? So usually, almost always, the enemy laners will be playing aggressive, and because they will be playing aggressive, it's kill opportunities for you. Since the enemy team has Twisted Fate, I'm just gonna skill my Q here, because when he presses his ult, he sees me anyway. But yeah, my job right now is still to jungle track. What can Ivern do right now? Even if you're behind, you still need to stay very consistent with it. So now this guy took my bossa camps. And I do want to kill him. Okay. I'll just take these camps here. Okay, their mid lane is missing. Okay, here they just run it down, they got cooked, and that's great. But here, I got a nice comeback, okay? But what's next on the menu? And here's the thing, how to play win condition. Do you see how Ivern just respawned? And I still have the base? What does that mean? I want you to think about it. What does it mean? He just respawned and I still have the base. That is all. Here, I am just jungle tracking because I know he has tempo over me. If he decides to go mid lane, he's faster. If he decides to go top lane, he's faster. So knowing that, right? As long as my laners don't die and they wait for me there and I got some nice kills, I can then look to kill the enemy team. So look now, right? I'm going here on top lane. There's no wards here. I think this bush could be warded. Nice bait. Okay, it's crazy we almost died there, but all good. But now, once again, right, I just got a nice beautiful kill. The enemy Ivern should have tempo over me. Knowing he should have tempo over me, what is my job? Ping my bot lane to play safe. The last time, I didn't do it, okay? This time, I am gonna do it. Of course, you see this objective there? I'm not gonna go for the objective. Why? Because I don't have my mid laner, and they do. Why would you contest an objective if the enemy team is first? It just doesn't make sense, guys, you know, like, it doesn't. So here, I just give the objective. In return, I got a top lane kill. Now, in return, I get tempo in the bot side because he took the objective. Is it up? No, it's not. So, okay, small tip here, right? But what can I do here? I can look to make a pick on the Twisted Fate when he tries to win back bot lane. This is basically catching someone in rotation. Right now, did he just press ult over the wall there? He did. I mean, Ivern is a cringe champion, so I'm getting out of here. But look, Drake is up here in 5 seconds. But look, take a look at this guy, right? That Smolder is for sure gonna play aggressive. Okay, I cannot fight mid lane here because their mid lane is a lot stronger. But in return, what I can do is that if my bot lane can push the wave, let me ping them to play safe first because Smolder can move. If they can push bot lane into grouping, that would be great. Ivern doesn't have ultimate right now, and I do. Which means that I can get this objective. Because if he decides to fight me, I should be stronger here. Ivern without ultimate is not really champion. Okay, I don't know how the fuck we got put here, but... Because I feel like killing the Smolder there should have been a lot easier than it was, but all good. Remember, I have losing lanes, right? So they're not like super strong or whatsoever. But now, what is my next objective on the menu? The next objective on the menu is to still play for my bot lane, okay? But do you see how I happen to be around the top side here? And my top laner has ultimate? Will I go top lane here? The answer is no. Why is it no? Because do you see how my boss camps are up? And do you see how basically, if your camps are up as a jungler, okay, you do want to take them as soon as possible. Plus, another thing, you should think about how much gold do you need for your item power spike. I need 300 gold for Serpent's Fang, and that's huge, by the way. It's really huge. So considering it's 300 gold, I'm trying to get it as soon as possible, and then base. Knowing I'm playing for my item power spike, I have one job. Jungle track, but this Ivern is so edgy, but he perma invades me. But he's not even head in CS. But here, okay, here I don't want to fight because look, their bot lane is missing and their top lane could potentially maybe move to me. So I'm just gonna pull it out. Good for 5 seconds. 3 seconds. Huge. Okay, my silence is popping off, boys. But now I'm gonna base. Why am I basing now? Because my... I don't know if this is ward or not. But I have my Serpent's Fang. And another reason. I just want to play bot side. So what's the best way to play right now? It's for me to clear top to bot. So me clear... I mean, I do think his top side camps are up here. But I do want to take the crap here. That's the biggest reason why I'm jumping over here. Fucking piece of shit. Okay, that's big. I mean, I did in the end invade him, but that's because Ivern is hella squishy, quickly one-shottable. But the plan was crap though, but I don't mind taking a free Ivern kill. Now, when I invade here, right, I'm looking at the map. Where's Gwen? I don't know. Because I don't know where Gwen is, I'm a little bit more cautious that he can be here. But I can still take this without being too concerned. So that's why I'm not going for wolves, because they're missing here. And now I'm gonna scale my W. I'm gonna take this vision plant, because if enemy team has Ivern and he has no vision in this area, it's very difficult for him to do anything. But now, do you see how I'm not taking this objective? This is part of like knowing how to play for win condition. If your win condition is bot lane and you want to play for them, don't play for the objective, because if you do that, the enemy team can make a play on the bot side. And I don't want that to happen, okay? But now, of course, I'm very far away from the play. So I'm pinging him back, but my Kha'Zix is dropping the wave on top lane. So I think this should be fine. I'm not sure if I like the plays they're doing, because if the enemy team just plays safe, they shouldn't get anything and we lose mid tower here, but all good. I was gonna jump on Smolder's booty here. Okay. Wait, was it the Grand teleport? It was bot lane, okay. Anyway, the enemy team here got cooked. The Drake spawning 1 minute, okay? I think that because I don't have smite and because Drake is up in 1 minute, it's much better to just base and allow your laners to play aggressive. You see how I'm like not taking the objective here? The Herald? Instead, I'm getting tempo. I'm literally 3 levels up on the Ivern at the moment. Because like, I'm at the right place at the right time, and if they go for an objective, I can match them anyway. They now go Edge of Night. Very good against the champions. And now I would love to play... I mean, I'm gonna ping my top lane back here, for obvious reasons. I have ultimate in 15 seconds. So, since I'm playing Kha'Zix, right? If the Ivern is gonna come here, I'm gonna quickly one-shot him. But he came here. Now I'm gonna continue sitting in this bush here and see how they respond. Actually, wait, it seems like we want to dive mid lane. I'm down because we're collapsing from multiple sides. It's easy better actually. And now it takes objective. And now I can take the Drake. But do you see how like me not taking objective allowed me to kill the Ivern there, okay? And because now the Ivern is dead, I now can take the Drake and then I can play for Rift Herald. And you see the Gwen here. Gwen is gonna die before I take the Drake. So let me walk behind him. I mean, Gwen is a little bit OP, so... yeah, that guy's balanced. Anyway, I need the base here. Why do I need the base here? 2 reasons. I have my item power spike. Second, I'm low. So worst case, I have to give the objective here. But it is what it is. Like, the thing you have to understand as a jungler is that even if you give an objective, you're gonna get tempo and you're getting gold and XP. Do you think Ivern 3 levels ahead is gonna win a game, even if he gets the second Drake, when I have insane tempo? The answer is no. And even right here, right? He's not on a Drake, I think. He is. I'm out. But it's fine, you know? It's fine. I'll just give the Drake. I mean, I don't have ultimate. Enemy has 2 man. I'm gonna give it, okay? But it's fine. I'm just gonna give the Drake and play topside here. So look what I want to do right now. I'll hold up. My team is fighting here bot side. It's a good fight. Nice. Okay, enemy team is getting cooked. That is great. And now we can actually take the Baron. I mean, enemy team made a mistake here, and we literally get the Baron here. And they, just like that, they just lose the game. Of course, I think the Grand might go for a hero play. So let's say they actually maybe won a contest. I'll kill them, but it doesn't seem like it. But do you see this game, how it like 3 losing lanes? Like, I literally had 3 losing lanes in early game. But because I actually preserved my KDA, took fights that are actually winnable, I'm 4 levels up on the Ivern, and I'm at the right place at the right time. And I'm not taking objectives. Do you see how I'm like fine giving objectives? And instead, I just want to get tempo. Of course, now there's a fight, so I'm gonna hover. Because look, the enemy team seems like they're going deep. So I'm gonna look for a flank here. For sure, a good fight. That's why Edge of Night's very OP. And now they get cooked. Boom. Like, objectives are so whatever. And especially if you play an assassin, not dying randomly, having good tempo, right, is what's gonna win you games. Like, I would take objectives on my free time. But if I don't have free time, I'd rather play with my strong laners. Because worst case, if they take the objective, I can always look for a cross map. Now, of course, the Drake is spawning in 3 minutes. I have a lot of gold. Now, I'm gonna teach you how to play from ahead. I just taught you how to play from behind, okay? Which is, you basically give objectives if you have to. You really want to play tempo and don't take stupid fights if you get outnumbered, okay? But now, how do you snowball the game from ahead? I essentially have 2k gold. So because I have 2k gold, I should 100% base. And I already failed, by the way. Do you see how like I knew that I needed to base for my item power spike? Did I communicate to my silos to play safe? Nope. So that's what I should have done. Ping to my laners, play safe. You see how my Jinx is going top lane now? I'm pinging him to not do it. Why am I pinging him to not do it? Because he's getting outnumbered and I'm about to show him bot lane. If they know I'm showing in the bot lane here, they will fight 100%. So only thing I can do here is ping them back and hope they survive. If they survive, I'm gonna get free bot lane push. By me having free bot lane push, right? What does it do? Well, I get free resources. So here I continue pinging them back. They might get tilted. I don't give a shit. And now I'm getting free bot lane tower. And guess what? If my laners don't die here, okay? What am I getting essentially? I'm getting 2 things, okay? 1, free gold. And you see here I'm basing here? I'm not basing. That was like fake basing. So they think I'm actually in base, but I'm not. So here, okay, this guy I cannot fuck him up. But here I forced Gwen to be in the bot side, right? And now because it's in the bot side, if I group, I get a man advantage. Do you see how Gwen is stuck in the bot lane right now? Now I'm grouping, quick one shot. I see the Twisted Fate, dead. I see Ivern, alive. But do you see how like by me pushing bot lane, if my laners don't die, I get man advantage. And if the Gwen does not communicate that, his laners die. If you attend my bootcamp or watch my courses, you know what I mean, but people don't think tempo. If the Senna was aware of my existence, he would not be like la 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 la. He would have actually just, you know, been fine, very likely. And he didn't have to die there. Of course, here should back off for obvious reasons, because the Drake's spawning in 15 seconds. Now I'll take his camps, and after I take his camps, I'm just playing for the Drake, okay? It's nothing too complicated. And as I get the Drake here, okay, look at my gold. I have to base here. Knowing I have to base here after Drake, what is my job? Jungle track. I need to make sure my laners don't do interesting stuff. So when I say interesting stuff and I know I need to base, I'm gonna clear my camps. I'm gonna ping my laners, don't fucking fight. And I'm gonna farm. Here, if they die, that is on them. I want to take my wolves as well, because, okay, on paper, my laners should not be able to die here, okay? On paper. Is there a chance they will die? Yes. But knowing that on paper, they shouldn't die, and worst case, if they die, then, yeah, just let them die, right? Like, now I'm gonna base, I'm gonna buy, I think I'm gonna buy GA. And I'm gonna play topside. Do you see how my silos actually died there? I could have jungle tracked that, but I'm not fully locked in on like the tracking part. But those are like mistakes, right? Even if I'm farming as a jungler, you have always something to do. You want to think about what you're playing next, about your bases, about your teammates. Like, the better you get at them, the better your results will be. So here, look, I don't want to fight here. Why do I not want to fight here? Because the enemy team has more numbers here. So before my teammates have funny ideas and they want to fight, I already ping them back in advance. That's the crucial part. Oh, fuck. Okay, I'm gonna hover here because there's a fight, right? But I don't want them to fight, really. Obvious reasons. So now we just take the Baron. I don't think we end the game, so we take the Baron here, but you can see how important it is to know which fights are bad, which fights are good. Anyway, the Baron is spawning and we're taking it. I get my GA after. And getting GA is so much more important than boots. I mean, think about it, right? If you can get boots, like, it's whatever. If you can finish GA, it's so huge. So even tier 1 boots, I don't care. Finishing GA, finishing such a big item is what's gonna win me the game. Now, how do you close out the game? How do you do that? Here, I'm pinging my Jinx to go to the top lane. Why is that? It's much harder for him to get flanked on the top lane than it is for him to get flanked on the mid lane. Mid lane he can get flanked from, but now look, okay? I don't see anyone mid lane. Why am I pushing mid lane here as Kha'Zix? Because if I push mid lane, I can find a flank, plus I can force someone to show mid lane. You see how Senna showing mid lane? Wonderful. Now I can threaten from behind. I don't even have to go in here, by the way. I'm just gonna stand here behind. Okay. My chance to be balanced. And I kill them. He probably didn't expect me to flank them, but yeah, I did. But I'm basically getting numbers by just using Baron. The whole point and the main reason why Baron's OP is because you can get numbers. That's the main reason Baron is strong. Look here. I push mid lane, I suck at sieging as an assassin. What am I doing here? If they all commit on the top side, I will end the game. Like, actually. Who's more useful in teamfights? Gwen or me? Oh, I mean, I think it should work. Actually, I fucked up there, honestly. Jump in 3 seconds. And I'm out. But if I can force Senna or Gwen in a teamfight, and I get a good flank position, obviously it's better for me, right? So now, because I'm very useless here, I'll pin them back. See if my Jinx can make some magic happen here. And now GG upload. But you see basically how I really think about numbers. I think about not doing objectives and getting tempo instead. And I didn't even jungle track perfectly, but basically my tempo was very good. And because my tempo was very good, playing win condition, we get a bread. But those are all the things that I explained basically in the course as well, right? If you just understand how to do things step by step, you're chilling. And this is like a diamond master MMR, by the way. With some dogs in the team losing in early game. But that's how we get the bread, and that's GG well played. Wait, Nasus is patiently waiting for you, and you know it, Kirei. Wait, did someone donate 20 euro or what? Dude, I have a penalty because I got trolled. Oh, I can insta-cube. Okay, let's make a straw poll, by the way. Straw poll. On what we play. Ben je allergisch aan tier 2 botjes? I mean, unless someone donated 20 euro, we're doing a vote. So let's create a vote. Okay. Write down the champions. But I didn't read the chat much because I was locked in explaining. But yeah. Anyway. I'm convinced you're silver. Guess you wrote it someone else. Is it Nasus? Okay, it seems like people want to see Nasus, sure. I just played Kha'Zix. Talia, sure. Wukong, I do play a lot of Wukong. Feels I got you, Benkles. I got you. Velvet. Okay, one more champion, guys. Okay, since a lot of people are writing Wukong, I'll just put the Wukong. Diana, Skarner. Okay, guys, no, trust me, you guys don't want to see my Skarner. Let's do Viego. Let's do Viego. Okay. Share, copy. Okay, I wrote in the chat. Vote for the champion. Rengar, Nasus. Okay, it seems like... Okay, Rengar got taken, just so you guys know. So I do believe this is one winner only, guys. The doggo. Okay, now let me go. Okay, let me check the build on Nasus though. Guys, I do not play Nasus. Not sure if you guys are aware, but now you guys are aware. Let me see. We go. My runes are fine, I believe. Yeah, my runes look fine. I think I can go this. Okay, wonderful. Sheen. Wait. Wait, you go Sheen into Protoplasm? Wait, G2 finals. If you don't go Sheen Protoplasm, I'ma touch you. Well. Okay, hold up. Let me see what the build is. Wait. Okay, Skewmont went Protoplasm first item though, and not Sheen. Skewmont is a bum. Wait, actually Sheen into Protoplasm? I mean, it doesn't sound bad though. Do you have some people to recommend with similar knowledge as you explained top lane? I would recommend Coach Chippies. I mean, Aloy's making these days more educational not educational, not like in-depth. And who else there on top lane? I don't know actually. Anyway, it's time for some Nasus gaming, boys. But I mean, honestly, I think let's give it a go. Let's go Sheen into Protoplasm. Guys, we're doing some Nasus gaming, okay? Some Nasus gaming. Okay, anyway. Don't look at the chat, guys. Do not look at the chat. I repeat, do not look at the chat. We're playing some Nasus gaming, guys. We're gonna get 1000 stacks. And we're just gonna farm up. Anyway. If you play Nasus Drone, guys, just so you guys know, I don't even play this champion often, but I know how it works. You just full clear, you get your stacks, You're literally FK. I'm not even kidding. You're actually FK. And then you pray to the lords, you don't get invaded. And I can show you guys, right? You don't have to get invaded on if you play properly. Like my smite is 8 damage, so basically right now, bam. Now, I'm just gonna full clear into bot side. The only thing I'll do is just stack my Qs. So here I'm gonna hit the big one. And then I can only hit one small one basically. Which is this one. Now, I think Rengar, I mean I'm not sure, right? But I think he's starting top to bot, or he's just going top to bot essentially. So I'm gonna use one Q here for the small one. And the other Q I'll use for the big one. So now I'm gonna kite it out already. Alt tag Q. Okay, we see Rengar really wants to invade me, okay? So if I ping my Bard to move here, we can fuck him up. I'm waiting for my Bard. Don't forget to get the stacks. Okay, I didn't see my Jinx, but all good. Anyway, because I had lane purity, guys, the Rengar got cooked. He was like, let me punish this dog. Little does he know that a dog beats a cat. Honestly, I got a bit horny for the kill there, okay? But all good. I mean, here as well, I'm not gonna press my Q because my Q is like 7 seconds cooldown. So I'm Q'd right now. So there's still a chance that Rengar might be a complete psychopath and he might invade me here. So knowing that, I have to be a bit careful. Here I just want to stack my Q. And by the way, I don't go for gank here. You might be wondering, Kirei, why you're not going for gank here, and even better, why am I not doing blue buff? The 25-second rule. Do you see how my topside camps are spawning very soon? When your topside camps are spawning, instead of doing the blue buff right, it's so much better to just take your golems, respawn them as soon as possible, and then clear. Fuck, there's a fly on my leg, bro. I mean, I opened my windows today, so, you know, I just pray to the Lord's mosquitoes are not gonna kill me. Anyway, I based a bit earlier than 25 seconds. I based at 30 seconds. That's why I have to wait. But the main thing I want to highlight here is that basing before is very crucial. So you're on your camps on the right time. Now I'm going to smite this, Q it, and I'm going to Q it once more here. No! Bro, you're not escaping, little golem. Bam. Okay, wonderful. Now we just continue my clear and I have one job. It's just a jungle track. So one thing with Nasus as well, right? Don't try to like be too horny with the Q stacks. I know stacking Qs feel really nice, but if you have all your camps spawning, just take your camps, you know? Here, of course, I'm gonna get 2 stacks. And now we continue farm. So where's the Rengar going? Rengar should be going top to bot. But let's see, okay? I'm here just hitting the small ones. But in the end, I want to queue this small one here, okay? So I'm just gonna, you know, bam. And you see here, I'm not queuing the other small one because I just want to clear my regular camps here. So there should be like a balance with stacking. Of course, use your Q when your Sheen is available, ideally. So that way you deal more damage. Same for your E, right? And now I'm gonna smite this. And now I already have like 141 stacks. We are chilling. Now, what will I do after finishing my full clear here? Because obviously I'm not the best ganker, right? I think we can all agree with that. So what I can do instead, right, is ping my support to move together, because this doggo, which is me, is not that useful. But with Bard moving, we can make some magic happen. Especially with Ari ultimate, when it goes for that minion. I think he knows though. So now I'm gonna base. Hopefully I don't get cancelled. And I'm gonna go straight to my top side. What? How is there a ward here? Okay, that kind of sucks. My base got cancelled here, but it happens. Let me Jonas the goat. He's dead. Big. Okay, there it kind of sucks that my base got cancelled, but all good. Now here I'm just waiting for my Q stack right, and now bam. Now I would say game is over, buddy. Now it's basically unlosable because I got level 6, I got machine, I got my giant's belt. The enemy jungler is not ahead. It is good luck to enemy team. So here from my raptors onwards now, I'm gonna try to get every stack. You see, like my next Q on a small raptor. Now my Q, when my Q is cooldown right, I just walk. Because you can just one-shot it. There's no need to continue alt-attacking it. Now since I'm around the mid lane, I'm just gonna stack. One more stack. And I'm out. But I mean, I would say at the moment, if the Rengar tries to fight me, it's gonna be unplayable for him. Because in this moment, I'm Thanos. So here as well, I just Q. You see my Q's of cooldown? I just run. I don't continue hitting the camp. Now, let's say for the Gromp, right? Look, 3 seconds cooldown, I start walking. Now look at the way I gank. I walk all the way this, so I can cut off their escape path. Since Ashe has no cleanse, I can just flash on him, ult, and just bounce his booty. Or hit his booty, I mean, sorry. And now, of course, this is very crucial. If you play Nasus, tax the minions. Don't just gank a lane. Tax the minions before you leave. Very, very crucial. Don't forget. Now, do you see my golem spawning in 25 seconds? After I take this bot crap here, I really want to base and just clear my golems. Like, the moment my golem spawns, I want to be there instantly. So of course, I'm just doing the golem here, or the crab. And we continue the full clear top to bot. And now, guess what? I am super strong. Every single fight, it's gonna be unlosable. And I have one job. I literally have one job at the moment. It's just to jungle track, make sure my laners don't get cooked. That is all. So here I'm just gonna queue the big one. Like whenever I can. And now I wait for my last one and queue this one. So basically I'm just trying to get as many stacks as I can get at the moment. And I already have 230 stacks. So I'm super strong. Look here, I'm just gonna walk my Q. Q it. And I wanna fight this shit. Honestly, I did. Okay, Sinner is fine, it's fine. We can fight this. I'm OP. Pop, pop. But yeah, now I continue my full clear. But basically, the moment I have my ultimate, I'm just down to fight them. And now, of course, you see I have my protoplasm in base. So I do need to look for a base. And for my bot side. So the moment I go in protoplasm, it's time for me to base. And here you see I'm not doing blue buff. I'm doing my wolves. Why am I doing my wolves? Because all my camps respawn at a good time. So Look, I can do here, Q on the small one, keep walking, Q the big one. Oh fuck, I mean the big one has more resistances. I fucked up there. Because the small ones have less resistances, the big one has more. So I miscalculated there. But now I'm just making sure I can last this with my Q. And you see my top stack cam spawning, like my golem's 30 seconds, I literally clear top to bot on repeat. And I'm making sure that I can be there on objectives. And now I'm going to go Swifties, I think. I can go Mercs, but I'm gonna go Swifties. Because I'm playing as Tahm Kench, Ashe, so I will get slowed a lot. And as for my second item, the thing is that I could go damage, but I don't necessarily need more damage. Where's this doggo going? Or kitty? That's illegal what he's doing here. Remember, don't forget the tax. And now, what is the next objective on the menu? Next objective on the menu is to clear top to bot. And I do think second item right now, Iceborne Gauntlet, is better than Triforce because I don't really need more damage. I mean, think about it, right? Like, who's gonna kill me? Do I need more damage? Hell no. Because I'll just one-shot them. I just need to be tanky, literally. My Q deal already way like enough damage. Let's put it that way. You see here, I just Q it. I continue my full clear. Because the moment I get my... Oh, I'm down to fight here, by the way. If he doesn't die. Oh, he died though. One thing with wards as well, the wards count as well towards stacks. You see I got 3 stacks from the ward. Yeah, full clear angle. Oh, you see the fighting here? Remember guys, learn how to last it. If you play Nasus and you do not know how to last it, you're not a good Nasus player. Make sure to last it properly with the Q for extra stacks. Yeah, you should max W second, yeah, that's correct. Now, Drake is spawning in like what, 50 seconds? Oops, I missed that. Okay, the Tahm Kench has like his little jump, so I cannot kill him. Anyways, I have my Proto Belt, so Iceborne Gauntlet in base. So I will look for a base. And after my base, I wish the enemy team good luck. Because now it's gonna be unplayable for them. Like the Ashe and Rengar are not gonna be buying any Last Whisper or anything for a very long time. So right now, if they fight me, it's just really cooked for them. And third item, I'm gonna go Spirit Visage. Because my Qs, they will heal me as well. Because look, I have 18% lifesteal. So because Drake is up as well, right? I mean, any fight, I'm willing to take. That's a little boy. Okay, I don't have MR, so that's a bit awkward. And because I don't have MR, I don't want to fight this. Anyway, what is next objective on the menu here? The next objective on the menu here is the Drake. So, once I get MR, by the way, enemy team gets really cooked. They get really cooked. Now I'm just gonna all-take this shit, and I mean, I'm really strong now. I'm like 7-0. My mid lane might be an NPC. What? My mid lane is 80 CS down, by the way. He's literally 80 CS down. What the fuck? Okay, I do not want to fight here, for obvious reasons. Because I'm very low HP. So just run away here. Anyway, now I'm gonna get my little Spirit Visage. And now I should be more than fine as well, because none of their teammates can buy any shredding, like Void Staff. Hold up. I don't think you want to do it, my friend. Let me just clear the vision wards here. Now. Okay, I'm just gonna clear all the vision wards here if there's any. And my job is to play with my Jinx. But before I play with the Jinx, right, I do want to clear my topside camps.
There, for grace I go.
I mean, but honestly, I'm so down to fight here. I'm fine now. I'm out. Even if Rengar jumps me here, I should be fine. Anyway, what do I want to do at the moment? I would say that... Oh, that's not the best. Okay, my laners are trolling a little bit now, but all good. Baron, 50 seconds. Oh, you see the Tahm Kench? I'm just gonna piss the Tahm Kench. As long as I use my W right before he... I mean, he can jump over the wall, but my Bard is here. He should be dead. I'm not gonna press my ultimate for this. Unless I think I need to one-shot him really fast, I'll press my ultimate. But I think there's no need. There we go. Remember to last hit the wards as well. So I want to look for mid lane here. I still have my ultimate. If the enemy team comes in here, we can fight. I'm coming for you. Okay, not sure if this is a good idea.
No dawn comes, darkness.
Okay. Here I gotta be a little bit careful. I mean, I should be fine here, but yeah. Anyway, what's the next objective on the menu? It is gonna be the Drake. How do I want to play for Drake? First thing first, I need the base here. So because I need the base here, what is my job? Jungle track. But now I see a fight. This is a 5-5 because I look mean map for a fight. Gonna make sure I get his cannon minion. Remember what I said? Drake up in 30 seconds, okay? And I want to play for the Drake, so I need to base before that. But if I can take the bot crap before that, that would be great. So now I'm gonna press base. There's portals I can take, but having Spirit Visage is very OP. And after Spirit Visage, I'm gonna go Jog Show. But look at me, I'm super far away, okay? If you play the doggo and you're super far away, ping your laners to not in. And before I go for Drake, I'm gonna secure the mid lane wave. Because once you have the wave... I'll take every fucking cannon. But yeah, before you take the objective, always try to take the wave first. Now, I'm gonna go back to farming. So, what is the next objective now? It is the Baron. Now, how do I want to play for the Baron? It is actually pretty straightforward. I want to actually take my camps and I want to get Baron control. And I want to play for Baron and I want to make the enemy team come into me. And how do you do that? Well, you just, you know, clear the vision wards. And then they will just face check you. So look what happens now. Hold up, this is a good fight, this is a good fight. Oh, the Rengar. Yeah, we take the shit. Okay, I need someone to tank. Because right now I'm dealing so much damage, but I need my Bard to tank. Okay, how did I know it's a good fight? I mean, I just looked mid-map, I saw we had numbers. I'm super OP. It's free win. Now, it's time to stop farming. Because this moment where I have a lot of stacks. And I don't really need... Fuck, I couldn't kill it. I don't really need, like, more stacks. I will, however, though, take some of his camps here. And then I'll base. So after I take this, I'm out. Because taking a blue buff denies Sinner the blue buff as well. Actually, Sinner is 1v9, he's like 25 Magi stacks. Anyway. How do I want to use the Baron though? I would say that I want to use it on the bot side. Let me sell this shit. Let me just buy this. So I want to follow my Jinx and have my Jinx rotate into bot lane. So how is Jinx going to move? Jinx is going to go mid lane here. So I want to be mid lane together with him. Okay, I don't see anyone showing bot lane. So if you decide to fight mid lane here, there could be 5. So we have to be a bit careful. Now, you should just push the mid lane wave if you can, of course. And my Yone should be careful here. I mean, I know that he can get ulted by Rengar here. Because I know that I'm gonna hover him here. I mean, I didn't know that can happen as well, but... he just kind of griefed there, not gonna lie. Okay, my Ahri here is in the mid lane, and they have numbers, but I do think we're super OP. Okay, but not if these guys are trolling like that. It's a different story. Okay, as a Nasus, I'm powerless here. I don't control my AD carry's mouse and keyboard. I just gotta wait, I guess. Anyway, you should have a plan if you play the doggo. The doggo, not the doggo, but the Drake is spawning in 1 minute, okay? Because the objective is spawning in 1 minute, what do I want to do? I want to play for that. How do I play for that? I just clear my camps. And I go for it. But. What am I actually gonna be doing? I'm gonna push top lane. Because now, when the Drake's not up yet, right? I can run from top to the Drake here. Plus, I'm playing Nasus, so guess what it means? That means that I get some Giga stacks. So since Drake is spawning 20 seconds, I have time to push this wave still. And then move towards the Drake. I don't know if they're gonna move to me, but I doubt it. I'm not gonna. I stayed here a little bit too long, but all good. Oh, here I still okay. I was farming the stacks a bit too much, guys. I could have pushed it a bit earlier and went earlier. Oh, this is so hot. This is so fucking sexy, boys. Always W the AD carry. You see how the AD carry slowed? He can't even run away now. Never W the mages. Always W the AD carry. That's all we need. We just need 1 minion. And now, of course, I'm gonna back off. And play for the Drake. Yeah, like I said, there on Drake, I was a bit too late. I should have been there a bit earlier, boys. Anyway, all good. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this shit here. Now, I'll go for the Drake. And after I go for a Drake, I got my item power spike. Okay, my Yone is just running it down. All good though. I've got my Jog Show, and after I got my Jog Show, I think I'm gonna go. I forgot what the item is called again. It's called. The lower you are, the more AD you get. I'm gonna go Overlord's Blood Mail. And now, let's see what's gonna happen.
Your soul will be measured.
Now, I will take a red buff here. And after, actually wait, that's true, I don't skill of 80, it's a shit item, hold up. What if I go Death Dance? Yeah, let's go Death Dance, fuck it, we're balling guys. It doesn't matter what I buy at this point. But look, because I want to play Baron, okay, my main priority is to like, get vision here. So once I have the wave here, look at me, I'm not gonna start the Baron, I'm not gonna start it. I wanna fight them. Okay. We lost our engage. Wait, go on. My bro. We got him, but okay, we really trolled there though. We really griefed there because that fight was supposed to be quite good, but yeah, There were some misplays, let's put it that way. That's the best way to put it, I think. Okay, hold up though. I was thinking, what should I want to go as last item? How do I want to beat Thanos? I mean, Jay honestly isn't too bad, but I already went a random Ruby Crystal. I'll figure it out. Actually, Force of Nature doesn't sound too bad. Yep, we have decided. Anyway, we are still playing for the Baron though, okay boys? We are still playing for the Baron. So, because I'm still playing for the Baron, what is my job? To get topside control. Even though the 4 Drakes in 2 minutes is in 2 minutes, I still have some time. The goal is still to be in this area here and have a Bard ultimate interface and then force a fight.
Perhaps Shurima was meant to fall.
Okay, good. Okay, the thing is that the Tahm Kench is not really going to be grouping, as you can see. Okay, I don't know if this bush is ward or not, but... Don't start a Baron here, by the way. Wait. How are we getting that cooked? What? But where's my Jinx though? Well, maybe I did go a bit deep, but I was thinking if I get onto Cinder, right, and my team can follow up, and he has no flash, we'd win that. But Tahm Kench It is a bit OP though. Yeah, Tahm Kench It is something I didn't account for. Okay, I'm respawning in 5 seconds. I do have Swifties, but... Wait. Okay, I don't think Tahm Kench can end the game, right? Surely he cannot. Surely my teammates can defend, right? Right? Okay, thank fucking god. Jesus! Okay guys, we have to sweat our fucking balls off here. We have to sweat our balls off here. We actually have to now defend our base because the Rengar backdoors is cooked. Jesus. Yeah. I think I'm going Knight's Vow actually. I think Knight's Vow is the item. I think this is the best item for sure. Because no matter what, I need my Jinx to be alive, and if my Jinx is alive, I don't have to go too deep either. I literally just played the peel. And that Spirit Visage as well, so it's for sure the best item over anything. Okay, let me base now and... Okay guys, it's a shit show, but we have to play tower defense. I think the way I want to play is just front to back, and I think I should stop going for Syndra. I'm just gonna peel. I'm literally just peeling. Because if they didn't have Tahm Kench, I could go full crazy on the Syndra, but they have Tahm Kench. So, yeah. Oh no, that was friendly fire. That was doggo, please. Kill him, kill him, kill him! Okay, we can end the game here, right? 50 seconds for Syndra. Surely, right? I'm gonna tank. You know what I'm gonna do? Ooh! We got him, baby. We got him. GG well played. It wasn't even close. It wasn't even close there. Knight's Vow, Save My Jinx, the MVP item. That's how we get the bread, boys. That is how we get the bread. And that's how we carry on the doggo guys with 1k stacks. GG's. Mamma mia, guys. Mamma mia. Also, W bootcamp, by the way. Happy to hear you guys enjoyed the bootcamp. I mean, the bootcamp is kind of slapping. I actually feel a little bit bad for the people that missed it, because I'm still getting some DMs bootcamp, but it's too late, you know. The people that missed it. Because now the VOD is €100. I'm sorry, Sella. I mean, if you pay 5 times the price, you can get it, but it is sad for the people that missed it. But yeah, that game was close as fuck. Okay, guys, another champ request. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Straw poll. I need to open my straw poll. What champion? What champion? What champion? Zed? Okay, you don't want to see my Zed. Viego, sure. Vi. Okay, if I have it, I'm not sure, okay? You might get scammed. Ambessa. I have to be fast. Graves. Belvet. Sure, okay, there we go. Create poll, share, copy. There we go, boys. Oh wait, did I link it in the chat or not? I did, yeah. Bro, there's a fly going on my leg permanently. Do you have any tips on applying the bootcamp? Wait, in the bootcamp I explain how to apply it, literally, by the way. Seems like we want to see some Graves gaming. So there we go. We lock in the graves. What the hell are you using standing cup? I am, yeah, but bro, it's just a cup, dude. There's nothing special about it. It's just a cup. Well, why is this standing cup even popular? The only thing that I know is that it can storage 1 liter, you know? Or store. Girls made it popular here, bro. Really? That's funny. Yo, Equips. Thank you so much for your 7 months, man. And how are you doing, dude? Are we still getting the bread on the rift and outside the rift? Yeah, do we go Dark Harvest this game? I think so, yeah. We're going for a quick one-shot this game. No, I won't delete the VOD. Don't worry. No worries. For the mid lane course, which is Shyvana more the primary role. I would say it's a mix. It's a hard one, Shyvana.
I got no time for games.
Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, are you guys hyped for some Graves gaming? What would you guys like to learn in the chat? Well, what's the elo as well? Platinum, iron, gold.
Easy, partner.
Grandma's on the challenger. Okay. I have a pretty good idea what fundamentals I'll explain to you guys. Boys, I'm playing a game of Graves here, okay? I'm gonna teach you guys basically how to get kills and how to get like 1 kill and snowball that into objectives, okay? Snowball that into winning the game. So basically from 1 kill, I'll show you how to completely dominate the game, like literally, okay? Would you guys like to learn that? I'm sure you guys would like to learn that. Now, how do you do that? It starts with first knowing how to use your champion. So if you play Graves, right, do you see the passive stacks? If you play Graves, your goal is literally to stack as much passive as you can, because if you do so, you deal more damage. Do you see now how it deals 37 damage? Now it deals 39. Every E, it's plus extra damage. So first thing first, master your clear on the champion and clear a bit fast, okay? Look, now I'm literally just like keeping my 6 stacks here, you see? Making sure that as I hit the raptors, boom, I still have my stacks. So now it deals 43 true damage per second. This is a crucial part now, okay? You see my E? I'm not using my E. Why am I not using my E? Because I'm hitting the raptor here, but I'm keeping my E stacks. You see my E stacks? Boom. Now I use my E. And as well, if you plan to full clear on Graves anyway, put 2 points on Q. That way you clear faster. But basically, the jungle pet skills with armor and magic resist. So because of that, no, I think it's armor. Because of tanks. So the clear speed of tanks will be a bit faster. To make up for the slow clear speed compared to fast junglers. Now, as you can see, I still have 8 stacks, okay? And as I have 8 stacks here, what I will be doing is essentially have 8 stacks before end the river. Why is that? Let's say that the Jace here wants to fight me in the river. If I have 8 stacks, unlosable. I think you beat every single champion with 8 stacks, including a Warwick. So you see my stacks now? I'm not using... Or actually, even better, I'm gonna wait a little bit. Now I hit it, you see? Now I still have 8 stacks. Now I press my E, boom, 8 stacks again still. And imagine now the Jace wants to fight me here in the top side. I'm like, yeah, fight me, bro. I think there's a ward here, so it's not that easy to kill him. And now I'll just base. I mean, I know this is warded, but I just have to base here and go bot lane as soon as possible. Okay, I didn't expect him to cancel my base like that, but he did. Like, whatever the enemy team is doing here, they cannot do that. Because once I'm here, they're cooked. Actually, the Graves fucked up. Sorry, not the Graves, but the Jace fucked up here. You know what Graves did here? Sorry, Jace. He overstayed here, and because he overstayed here, right? His topside camps are already up, and he's not on time. So this means that a faster tempo plus more golden XP than him. So now because of that, right? That small thing he did here, you know what I can do now? I can invade his camps. Because I think he is like very slow compared to me. And because I'm faster here, I'm gonna invade him here. So here... That's some crazy behavior. I'm like... Oh! Fuck! Okay, I fucked up there, but... I did not expect this bad boy to be here. Was a close one though. If it wasn't for enemy AD carry, we would have cooked them. But, all good boys. I am just gonna watch map. I should have watched map, actually, yeah. Anyway, that was actually not bad though, because I think the Lucastin dropped a lot of waves for that. And now I can just clear top to bot. So what is my win condition? My win condition is to play for... Well... my mid/bot lane, okay? And it's to stack Drakes, because the enemy team has a Kestin. Because enemy team has a Kestin, you don't want to like... You know... have the enemy team having too many objectives. Or any, if anything. So now I'm just gonna full clear, and remember, keep up your stacks. And one thing on Graves is, well, if you hook this wall, you can cancel your E. So you can basically alt attack faster. Oh, it's a party on the bot lane. Interesting. Okay. Like I said, I'm just gonna full clear here. Nothing too fancy. And I wanna play for Drake if possible. Which it should be.
What are you playing?
And the best way to play for Drake is the same thing. If you're strong enough to play for Drake, right? If your laners, let's say, are strong, you can do the following. Look at me, okay? I'm trying to get as many stacks as I can. Then, of course, I'm getting my E stacks. Now I can just hop over. But the enemy Kai'Sa is very low, so I don't plan on hopping over. I plan on killing the Kai'Sa here. If I ult him, he's just dead here. Bro, he's actually there. Fuck, dude, that's so unlucky. I expect her... Why is Kai'Sa staying there, dude? If I didn't cringe my ultimate, it wouldn't have to be like... this difficult, you know? But I just cringed my ultimate. Because the Kai'Sa decided to... stay here. Anyway... I am just gonna clear top to bot again. My laners are still winning. Because my laners are winning, I will actually secure the grubbies here.
Always trouble.
Oh, Bard is mid lane. I'm gonna take his camps here. Jokes. I'll just do the objective here. I don't have smite, but should be okay. I'll have to smite that. Anyway, we got the kills. And even after it takes objective, okay? Look at my passive stacks. I have 5 passive stacks, okay? Look at me just queuing this. Now 5 stacks. I press my E, I have 6 stacks. Bro, I'm telling you. If you're stacking your passive, okay, and you go for a full clear, you clear so much faster. Like, look, it's 87 true damage per second, bro. It's crazy. And now because of this, right, I can literally do 2 camps at the same time. And then the camps are just bleeding. Of course, now I've got a lot of gold. So I really want to base. Knowing I really want to base, right, I am not going to be basing. Because I just want to full clear all my camps. So the camps are coming at the same time. And then I'll be basing. So on Grey specifically, I'm a little bit greedier. Because this is like a champion you really want to carry with. And of course, if you don't base, keep your 8 stacks, your clear as well is literally faster than if I were to have my item power spike. Like actually. You see, boom, the clear is so insane. Of course, I will just take the camps here. Okay, I mean, I don't think there's much business here. You see, Jace already has item power spike. Now I get my item power spike. But I'll be much stronger than in Grace because I got my item power spike and a shredded dirk. I'm picking him back because Jace can be there. But look, if I'm here, they're dead. I'm just gonna take this plant here. And now, after I take this plant here, of course, right? What is next on the menu? It's to play for the Drake. But. If I go for Drake here, the question is, are they gonna come to me? I'm gonna ping my mid lane here, in his face, assistance, because for some reason, if they decide to come to me, I'm making sure of lane purity. Oh fuck. I'll plant. I should be fine here. Oh, what? What? That was not my intention. What? I would press a flat and ult, and then I just took the fucking portal. Anyway, all plant. It's always all plant. And listen, if you do something like that, you always say worth it. Even if it was not worth it. Anyway, what is the next objective on the menu? That's something you always have to ask yourself. I'm pressing tab. What do you think it is? It's bot lane. But one tip as well, don't walk through here. Walk through the lane, because look, if you do Gromp anyway, going through lane is so much better. Because you get extra movement speed. But essentially, the plan is basically to play for mid/bot lane. Because I want to play for mid/bot lane. Hold up, let me check what's happening here. I'm gonna hover here. See what I can do. Not much. Now, I'll just make sure my AD carry is allowed to play aggressive. That is very crucial. I want my AD carry that's 4-0 to perma push the wave in. So because I know I want to allow my bot lane to play aggressive, right? I'm gonna finish my camps and just go from behind. Because either enemy jungle ganks, triple kill for me. If he doesn't, my laner can pressure like crazy. Dead. Because here's the thing, right? Kai'Sa, he has to go in. If Kai'Sa does not go in, he literally cannot lane. And now, I want to take his Gromp. It's not up, never mind. I'll just base here, because if enemy AD carry moves to me, I'm cooked. And now enemy is just... yeah, good luck to enemy team. Now, what's the next objective? Rift Herald. How do I play for the Rift Herald? If I press tab, I want to play with my Senna for the objective. So knowing that I want to play with my Senna for the objective, right? Hold up. I have one job at the moment. The one job is basically, when I'm not there with my Senna, ping him back if I think he can die. But I think he should be fine. So because I think he should be fine, I'm not gonna ping him back. So after Rift Herald, what I'm playing for next. And this is the thing, okay, the moment you get one kill, you should learn how to play for next objectives. And the next objective is the Drake that's spawning in 1 minute. So because I want to play for that, okay, the main reason why I'm rushing towards my Raptors is because I don't want Jace to take it. In case he goes here, you know? Now, do you see how the Drake is spawning in 30 seconds, okay? 30 seconds. I'm gonna go mid lane here. Because if there's any fight, I'll be here, right? If there's no fight, I can take vision control. So look, I'm gonna rage bait the Kai'Sa to go in here. And he's dead. Rage bait successful. Like, okay, how do I know Kai'Sa wants to go in? Because technically on paper, Kai'Sa wins the all-in, but he loses if he has to play slow. Like, it's all just understanding laner psychology, right? That fucking hurts. That actually fucking hurt. What the heck? Okay, let me base here, because that guy just hit my booty like crazy.
I got no time for games.
Anyway, now I want to play for the Drake still, but it's still the same principle, right? I need my laners to not die here. If my laners don't die right now, and I can contest this mid lane wave, we get the objective.
Transformation complete.
Now I still want to hit. Should be free. Bro, that guy fucking hurts. Okay, anyway. I'm now taking the Drake. I mean, Kai'Sa's dead, obviously, so there should be no way they can contest this. I'll take the dragon here. What's next after dragon? Like, as Grace, you really have to understand what are you playing for. And if you understand what you're playing for, you should know whether you need to base, whether you need to jungle track. And knowing that I want to play topside, knowing that I want to clear at least 2 camps and then base, it means my job at the moment becomes jungle tracking. Like, the main thing as a jungler you have to understand is that no matter what you're playing, okay, it's always the same fundamentals. Look, I need to base here. Every jungler has to base at some point. What's your job? Ping your laners to just not creep. The moment you have a plan and your laners don't die, you can execute it. Now, how do I execute my plan? Well, I still first want to finish all my boss camps. And then I want to play for topside control. So, when I want to play topside control here, okay? After I finish my camps, I have to look at top lane, missing, bot lane, missing. This tells me that if their laners all group mid lane, we're cooked. So even though I'm farming as a jungler, Senna needs to know that. So look, if I think they're moving on the side lane, I'll ping my Senna, yo bro, how about you don't play aggressive here and play safe. Okay, enemy. Okay, now before he pushes the wave, I'm looking side lane. Now we get the Baron, but I see Keston is missing.
Got any bright ideas?
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I think we can do the Baron here. Even if the enemy team comes to us, I think we can fight it. That's why I'm confident hitting it. If that wasn't the case, I wouldn't be hitting it. One tip as well, if you E towards the enemy team. If you E towards the enemy, look, I have 6 stacks, okay? Now I get 8 stacks. So like, if you do an objective, please E towards the enemy team. You get your stacks 2 times faster. Literally 2 times faster. Now I've got 1.3k gold. I really want to base. And honestly, in this case, actually no, that item's useless. Because Jace has Serpent's Fang. Now, how do I want to use this Baron? So, generally speaking, if you play Graves or any champ, siege on the side lane. So look what I'm doing now, I'm sieging on the side lane. Okay, I don't see anyone bot lane. So I should be a bit careful. Okay, if my laners just don't die here on mid lane. Okay, I'm gonna hover mid because on mid lane there's a fight. Bro, I'm fucking putting bullets in their heads. They're getting tapped. And now the enemy team be like, well, looks a bit cooked. But yeah, my point is that as a jungler, you need to understand when to be on the waves. And if you're on the waves, there will be fights usually. Yeah, since the enemy team is dead, I'll just take this. So if you siege, right, it's like a very small thing, but you should think about teleports. So let's say Keston's teleport, I'm looking around, is he teleporting somewhere behind me? Look, there's a ward there, right? He could teleport behind me if he wanted to. Bro, I fucked up there, he was dead. He was dead, fuck! Bro, I'm just gonna one-shot him soon, don't worry. If I eat there, he was dead actually, by the way. Anyway, all good though. Okay, but this is usually where when you die once, your laners will all die too. This is the moment you have to lock in. And ping your laners, please don't die.
Cannon
Because I'm telling you, this is the moment where laners are like, oh, let's run it down. But if they can wait a bit for me, that would be great. Like, even if Drake is gone, it doesn't matter. It's more about slow. They understand how to play slow. Look, now I'm getting close. Now get a fight going. And now this guy's dead for sure. He's not making it.
Never falter.
I mean, just yeah, I can ult him. Ult deals like 800 damage. He's not surviving that. Okay, I'm not sure if you can end here. It's probably a bit ambitious. I mean, take mid inhibitor. Oh. It's not ambitious anymore. Like I said, if you're gonna E, always E forward. And if their enemy team is not coming close to you, just keep hitting the tower. And now it's GG well played. And one thing, right? I don't fuck with like not ending. If I can end the game, I just end. I've had games where I just played for fun. I just killed enemy team. We don't end. GG well played. But that's how we do it, bros. And that's how we get the bread. And that's GG well played. Okay, but anyway, do you guys understand? Rudo, I'll take a look at it, but I will be after my stream, okay? But you can see these guys are like master players. These guys are master players, and yeah, you just gotta apply the fundamentals. If you can apply the fundamentals consistently, you can literally get giga amount of elo. But yeah. Anyways, I will be making a tier list though. Because the patch is tomorrow. And I'll make a tier list for the boys. League of Legends tier list maker. Wait, let me see. I was gonna search for something. Spider X. But should we do tier list tomorrow? No. I mean, I already know what is gonna happen with the nerfs. Wait, where's my little patch notes? I'll look it up. These are the notes. Whew, man, it's hot though. It's getting hotter. It's getting hotter outside. Yo, Cool Dream, thanks so much for your 6 months, my god. Appreciate it. Hope you're doing good, my friend. And climbing on the rift. League of Legends. Yo, what's up, Finish? What's up, boys? Yeah, I mean, okay, the thing is that I'm thinking about getting an AC, but I should probably get it when it's discounted. If I get it right now, it's gonna be so expensive. Yes, Olaf was actually strong jungle, but Olaf's gonna be A+. I can already tell right now in high elo, Olaf's gonna be A+. It's actually stronger than you think. Okay, let me put these boys back. Actually, I can just delete this. What am I doing? Let me keep that one. Let me delete row. Sport. S. Platinum minus. Platinum and below. I was gonna put the stuff down here first. Then we can make the little tier list. Okay, do you have any questions about champs in the first place? I still struggle even when I look at Drew's videos. I told me before I watch all videos. Focus on one video at a time though. Guys, when you guys watch my content, are you guys trying to apply it? Step by step. Ayo, you the guy from my YouTube recommended? Lol. You found me. But I mean, think about it, right? If you watch a video, you should apply the concepts. Like, if you apply the concepts and apply it step by step, right? It is like so much easier. It is so much easier to just win. And just so people are literally getting challenger. Well, not every game concepts are not applicable. It's not true. Every game the concepts are applicable. Actually. Like, you know what's funny? This guy is literally top 100. He doesn't even main jungle. He's just applying stuff step by step. And you can just do it consistently every single game. And it's not hard, by the way. Look, actually, it's part of this. You just want to have like a good game plan, okay? The moment you have a good game plan, the problem is that your laners will die usually, and your job is to make sure they don't die, which is understanding tempo. If you understand tempo and you communicate to them to not die when you're not there, and they don't die, then guess what? If you know which fights are good to take, and you involve yourself, you just win games. Like, people are getting challenger that have never gotten challenger before. Just by applying things step by step, and if you do that, then you will climb. But the hard thing about my YouTube content is that it's hard to know what is the most important concept to the least important concept, and how do you exactly work on it. The things on my YouTube, I explain a lot of general stuff, but not exactly, okay, step number 1, step number 2, step number 3. On my course, it's more like 1, 2, 3, you know? But yeah. That's the thing you have to understand. But if you're able to apply things step by step, you're good. You gain like 700 LPs in the bootcamp. I'm mastering 800 but hit a water now. I mean, the bootcamp was done since last week or 10 days. So if you climbed 700 LP in 10 days, and you're originally a low master player, it's normal to hit a wall. You're not only gonna go up. I need you to recognize that. At some point, you're gonna go a bit down, but if you know what to work on, you're gonna go back up. And the bootcamp, in the end, I explained probably 20% of my fundamentals. In the course, it's like 18 hours. So it's not like the bootcamp only can push you, but it's gonna help you a lot for sure. But yeah. Anyway, take things step by step. But the screens from Treasure is not AOS. These people are so fake. It's funny. Okay, but you know, even if these guys are not AOS, I have people that are AOS and got challenger. Okay, this guy's NA as well, right? These guys are GM, but There are AOS people as well. Where's the boy as well, though? And this guy was AOS. Even if it's NA or AOS, it's the same principle. It doesn't matter what, yeah, what server you are. Anyway, do people have questions about the tier list? No, I'm not queuing. I'm gonna make a tier list right now. It is still on sale. Only for 2 days, but it's only for the people in the bootcamp. The people that are not on bootcamp, there's no sale. So if you're in bootcamp, it's an announcement link, the code. Tier list users. I mean, I wouldn't say so. It gives people a good direction on what to play. Do I miss a champion? I think I have everything, right? Okay. I think we just start making our tier list, boys, after I sip some water. But man, it's hot. Jesus. Do you ever do Q&A in Discord? I don't. Really, no, I don't. Anyway, let's make our tier list, boys, okay? Let's make the tier list for the boys out there. Let me see what I'm gonna put. The guys, actually, Olaf's gonna be so nice. Poppy buff is crazy as well. It's the next one, the tier list. Bro, Kiana's gonna be so disgusting as well. Gotta love it. Brand got nerfed. The early game mostly, though. Late game still the same. E-mana nerf increased. That's more like lane nerf. Which is pretty big, by the way. And the Rex nerf, oof. Do we add Kiana Champion again? Perhaps. I mean, it is gonna be strong. I'm telling you. But okay, let me close my window first before more flies fly into the room and I get bitten to death. Anyway, let's make the tier list, boys. Let's make the tier list. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Do I put? I was gonna go left to right, I think. Wait, why is there in the middle here? And did I miss any jungler? I think I didn't, right? Did I miss anything, boys? I think I should have everything. If I'm not mistaken. Lulu jungle, bruh. Shyvana, wait, there's no Shyvana in here? Last row. Oh. Okay, anything else? Shyvana, Timo, Sign. But that's true. Sign. Is Sign in there? Jace. Where's Jace? That's true. Jace should be somewhere in the middle, right? Skarner. No, I think I have Skarner, guys. I'm pretty sure I have Skarner in there. There's just 2 Skarners. Cartus? Am I blind? Okay, wait, hold on. Let me go top to bot. First row, nothing. Second row, nothing. Third row, nothing. Fourth row, nothing. Fifth row, nothing. Wait, I think I have everything, guys. Okay, Timo. I think I have Timo in here. Look, I have the high quality Timo. You have both Shivans on this. Okay, let me remove this one then. Now, guys, I have everything. Oh, I have card. Okay, there we go. Okay, now we have everything. Okay. Now we can make the tier list. But yeah, let's make our tier list patch 16. No, not 16. 26.13, okay? We'll do that. So we can begin. I'll be making a tier list for patch 26.13, where essentially, well, these champions got buffed and nerfed. Olaf got a huge buff, but a huge buff, by the way. Poppy got a buff, really OP buff, to make sure that Kiana is being in check, because they buffed Kiana and buffed Poppy, a coincidence. And they decided to nerf their Rek'Sai, and they decided to nerf the Brand. But it's mostly for laning phase. But in the end, I would say that some junglers are going to be pretty OP, and I'll tell you which ones are going to be actually pretty strong. So I'll be starting with like on Platinum and below tier list. The higher elo tier list Emerald Plus will be on my Discord. So you guys can check it out on my Discord later. But let's start, okay? So it's going to be Z tier, S, A+, A, B, and C, okay? So let's start with Kha'Zix. So generally speaking, if you watched some of my previous tier list videos, I think Assassins in lower elos is usually not good, simply because you're not good at teamfighting. Most Assassins require you to play cross-mapping and identify your strengths and weaknesses, especially in like 1v1s, and if you're not good at that and you don't know which fights are good, it's just bad. So I'm really gonna look for the most Assassins, and I'm gonna put it B tier, okay? So we get that out of the way. Evelynn, B tier. Where's the other assassin? Talon, B tier. And Platinum below is just not as good, okay? Okay, Kiana is even worse, because this champ is... Even though Kiana got buffed, okay? This champ has always been Omega shit, but I do think that if you watch some videos on Kiana combo and you get to understand this champion, it's actually not that bad, but it's still C tier. Like, Platinum below, stay away from this champion. I think this champ is very good, but mostly if you're in higher elo, okay? Now, Shaco, definitely B tier. And as for Kayn would be like... okay, it depends what Kayn you go, but I would say that in lower elos, Kayn isn't as bad, because you can go red form. And because it's a shit show, right? You can easily get your stacks. So it's not as bad as the others, I would say. Because you're actually not even that bad in team fighting, just to highlight that, okay? So I do think Platinum below Kayn is actually solid. It's not that bad, okay? I think these are most of the assassins. Okay, there's Zed. Zed is like C tier. Okay, Kiana and Zed are like not C tier if you know how to play them, but the problem is that you really need to understand the limits of your champion, and if you don't, it's just C tier. It's just not good, essentially. So that's why I wouldn't recommend these champions. And that goes the same for Rengar, by the way. Rengar is a champ as well that... Okay, these champs are actually really strong. I would say Kiana and Rengar are stronger than Zed. But these champs, if mastered well, bro, they're like Exodia tier. But in lower elo, these champs become the biggest NPCs if you're not good on them. That's why I put them on C tier, okay? Now, that should be most of the assassins. Now let's go left to right, okay? So where do I put Rumble? I think Rumble is a very strong 1v1. I do think the ultimate usage is a bit difficult, but because the champion actually is pretty solid 1v1 and has decent team fighting, it is like A tier. So you do need to understand how to manage your heat a bit decently, but once you understand that, people will try to fight you. And it is actually stronger than you think. This champ is actually stronger than you would think it is. Even in lower elo, but like I said, You just need to know how to use your heat, and then it's actually solid. Darius, I would say B tier. The thing with Darius is that this champion is strong, but it's not that strong. The main problem why it's B tier is because you need to understand how to clear efficiently with your passive and know exactly when you can leave your camps. If you know when to leave your camps and actually understand how to efficiently farm, it's at least A tier, but if that's not the case, I would say it's gonna be B tier, okay? Nunu. I mean, Nunu has always been a pretty solid low elo champion, so I'm gonna put it A tier. The main reason why I don't want to put it A plus is because this champ just falls off. And yes, it has good ganks, but it doesn't have the strongest 1v1. And I think in lower elos, you want champs that can just 1v9 and pure like stat check them, and just beat them up. So champ like Trundle do a very good job at that. A champ like Trundle, like literally if he fights you, as Trundle, you're gonna beat almost everyone up. Which is why Trundle is just a lot higher than the other champs because it's more straightforward and you beat people and people usually just fight you. As for Ambessa, I consider Ambessa an assassin as well, so I'll put a B tier. This champion is good, but like I said, you need to understand the combos. If you're platinum and below, I highly recommend you, if you want to play champs that are B tier, watch one tricks, watch how they play their champion, see how they're farming, which fights they're taking, how they use their abilities. If you understand that, and you understand which fight you can and cannot take, these champs are so much better. But the problem is that you're just the biggest NPC in teamfight if you don't do that or play it well. Now, what about Vi? I think Vi is a decent champion. I don't think it's like the best. It's just an average, okay champion that is just okay. I wouldn't say it's like as bad as most assassins, but it's just a solid champion. Maokai, okay, Maokai is a tank, and because Maokai is a tank, I put it a bit lower because generally speaking, I think tanks, if you have a slow clear, is not as good as champions that have faster clear and have more carry potential. So Maokai in B tier. And since we're talking about tanks, I'm gonna put as well the tanks fast into B tier because most tanks are literally B tier. It's not like insane and it's not like really bad, but it's just not that good, okay? Like, okay, Nautilus is like C tier. This is the only tank that I think is absolutely dog shit. Just don't play this champion. It's terrible, okay? Nasus is a tank, but that's a broken tank, guys. I'm not gonna be lying. Some tanks are better than other tanks. I will not be lying. Okay, for example, Shen. I think Shen actually, he can go into, I would say he can go into A tier. Like high A tier, okay, high A tier. While it's a tank, I think this champion is decent 1v1. It actually has good team utility. So I'm gonna put it in A tier. The Shen. That was actually a strong tank. Same for Mundo. Mundo as well is a strong tank. Before Mundo Clear got nerfed, this champ used to be like Exodia tier. But now, because the Clear got a bit gutted, it isn't as good as before, sadly. I'll put it like now A tier. Sejuani B tier, it's a tank as well, right? Skarner, I would even put Skarner B tier as well. We can see most tanks are B tier, but a tank like Malphite, Shen, champs that are decent 1v1 and have actually pretty decent team fighting and scaling as well, they're at least A tier. And Amumu, of course, is like even S tier. This champ beats all of the other champs in team fights. And you might be wondering, why is that? Amumu is a champion that is really good because people don't go cleanse. They don't go mercs. And in one team fight, if Amumu has a good ultimate, he just 1v9s. You literally full clear, play with ult, you're very strong. That's why these tanks are a lot stronger than the other tanks that I usually put on B tier. And now, since we're talking about tanks, let's talk about Nasus as well. So, Nasus as well, I would say it's S tier. Okay, the biggest reason why I don't put Nasus on Z tier is because this champion, sometimes the games are over before it begins. So I feel like on Nasus, you're very OP if you're actually like getting to farm and get your items, but sometimes your laners will just perma explode and it's just lost. But if that's not the case, Nasus beats almost every single champion 1v1. So that's why And the scaling's pretty good, especially mid game. That's why I put it on S tier. But those are like the exceptions of the tanks that I consider OP. So, okay, Udyr. Where would I put Udyr? I think Udyr as a tank is like, especially in low elo, I think it's pretty solid. But it doesn't do as much as other champions. But I'll still put it A+, because it's a straightforward 1v1 champion. It will usually not get caught easily, but it's not a champion that catches people off guard. Because you literally see an Udyr running at you like this slowly. So it doesn't really surprise you, right? So that's why I put it A+, not like S tier, but this is a solid champion in Platinum and below. I wouldn't say anything fancy though. Volibear. Okay, Volibear as well, I would say is A+. I was gonna put mostly like bruiser / tanks at the moment, and then I'll put the other champs later. But why is Volibear A+? Once you have your first item power spike and you're gonna Warrior Quick Blade second, you beat everyone up, and people will just fight you regardless whether they win or not. So most champs that are stat checking are just solid, okay? Which other champion stat checks pretty hard? I would say Jax. Jax is a champion as well that stat checks giga hard. Why do I put it on A+ though? Because this champion gets sometimes kited a bit easily. It is scaling very good, but I wouldn't say that it's extraordinary at something compared to like Amumu and Nasus. Amumu and Nasus, like Amumu is extra OP in teamfights, and Nasus is strong in teamfights, but as well very strong 1v1s. And his skills better. So that's why I put it A+ Jax. But Jax is very good, by the way. Wukong. Okay, I would put Wukong on A+ as well. The Wukong buffs from the previous patches were really good. You just need to understand the Wukong combo. If you understand the Wukong combo, I think this champ is busted. Especially in lower elos as well. And you can play with this champ to like literally change, okay? As for Xin Zhao. Okay, I think Xin Zhao is a strong champion, but I think right now the problem Xin Zhao is running into is that 1v1s in lower elos, he is losing against a lot of champions, but in teamfights he's still very strong. If you understand which teamfights to take and which ones to avoid, I would say that this champ is easily A+, but if you fight against a lot of champs in low elo that are just purely stat checking you, like Warwick, for example, Warwick, okay, I'm gonna put Warwick in A+. I might be wondering why I'm not putting S tier, because I don't want people to play a champion that is gonna hinder you when you get to like Platinum, Emerald elo. Because I feel like if you play a Mumu Nasus, you can actually play this champion to like at least Master, if not higher, even to Challenger, by the way. But I feel like Warwick is gonna hinder you. So I'm gonna make this tier list as well based off like longevity, whether you can continue playing these champs. So based off that, I will actually play Xin Zhao A+, because I mean honestly it's still very good in low elo, right? But yeah, like of course if you're in Iron, Warwick is Z tier. Like I'll be honest, it's probably like broken tier. But since it's Platinum and below, let's put the average. I'm just gonna put like A+, okay? And we're talking about stat check champions. There's another stat check champion, which is Briar. Obviously, Briar, Warwick, if you're very low elo, these champs are Exodia, okay? But because I think they do fall off, I'm gonna put them in the lower category. But if you're Iron, Silver, Gold, Bronze, just if you really want to cheat elo, just play these champs, but I think it's just temporarily elo. You can switch champion pools later, but yeah. Anyways, now I've got pretty much most of the stat check champs and the most OP champions. But now let's just go left to right, okay? Where do Silos go? Okay, Silos goes into C tier. You might be wondering why C tier in low elo. Bro, the clear shit. Teamfight is not good unless you have very good ultimate. But even then, you need to play super well. If you miss your E, not a champion. If you miss your Q, half a champion. For that reason, no touch, okay? Kindred. Kindred is B tier. Kindred is a champ that's very difficult to master. I think Platinum below, generally speaking, I would never recommend this champion. But as you get higher, I would definitely... Actually, I think Kindred does feel a lot nicer. It sucks they didn't decide to buff Kindred. But yeah, I would say it's B tier, no ranks. Fizz is B ranks as well. Fizz is actually an AP assassin. I don't think this champ is good in lower elos, neither in high elo. So it's just B tier. Zara. Okay, Zyra is one of the few champions. I'm gonna put A+. The biggest reason why is because people don't dodge your spells, and if they get hit by your full combo, they're cooked. And this champ you can play from low elo to high elo. I would recommend you to watch some Zyra clear guides, because if you master the guide, then it becomes a lot easier. Like if you master like the clear and the basic combos. Now Jace, okay, Jace as well goes in the B tier. Like remember, platinum and below, most champs that are C tier or B tier, they're like A or A plus or even S and higher elo, and that's because people understand the limits of the champions. But in low elo, if it's not very straightforward, it's cooked usually. Echo, I'm gonna put Echo on, I would say, it's like middle of the A plus and A, but I would say, okay, high A. Why did I put it in high A? Even if you get caught, you can easily run away. So you're actually cooking, you're actually fine. But if you are good on this champion as well, it's so easy to make picks. This champ has basically kill potential and you can escape. It's just a solid champ, but I don't think SOP is the other ones in A+, because those champs, you just go in and you win. Okay, Ivern is B tier. In low elo, you don't want a 10-0 AD carry to carry the game for you in low elo. They will usually screw up. I think you should take games in your own hands if you're in low elo. Nocturne. Okay, I do think Nocturne is very strong, but I'm gonna put him on. Actually, I'm gonna put Nocturne S tier. I feel like Nocturne. Okay, why do I feel like Nocturne's OP? The moment you hit mid game, okay, you kill everyone on the side lane. You just don't fight like a Mumu without ultimate, and you perma make picks, and you're not that weak 1v1. That's why I put it on S tier. I think Nocturne is just a very solid champ. Even if you go to higher elo, it's still very good. Hecarim B tier. Hecarim, surprisingly, people think this champ is very good in low elo, but the problem is that this champion is high champion mastery. And you're not actually as good in teamfights as you think, because if you don't have stacks in teamfights, you just get one shot. It's about making silent picks and getting man advantage and then grouping. If you don't do these things, it's not a good champion. Ooh, Naafiri. Actually, Naafiri is an assassin as well. So Naafiri is one of my favorite assassins. I think this champ is very good. But the problem in lower elos is that people don't play very slow. So in some team fights, you just have to QQ and play slow, but your teammates will usually just all in and die. I'm pretty sure if you're platinum below, you know what I mean. People just go in and die. People don't give you the opportunity to like poke them a bit, play slow. They just send it. While this champion is not bad at sending it, but in team fights, it cannot really play like that. It needs to play very specific. Plus, you need to look for flanks. If you don't do that, it's B tier. But all the things I'm mentioning why it's B tier, if you can work on them, everything goes like to A tier at least, or A plus from the B tier, or even like S. But it is difficult for most people. So that's why it's more generalized. I'm sure if you're an OTP, you're like, I disagree. It's like A plus or A. That's because you master your champion. But for most people, it's, well, as it is now put on tier list. Same for Lilia. I'm a big Lilia enjoyer, but this champ is hard to pull off because you need to keep your passive, you need to have good spacing. Some of you guys might be wondering what is spacing. It's just how you measure the distance between your opponent's spells and you, and basically you don't get hit by them. And as well, of course, how you hit and move. All of these things has to do with spacing and threat assessment, and if you suck with that, then no bueno. Rek'Sai, I'll have to sadly put Rek'Sai on B tier as well. Why Rek'Sai on B tier? While this champ is literally S tier in higher elo, actually no, Rex got nerfed. Actually, it's still B tier, honestly. It hasn't changed. So I'm going to change this for higher elo later, but for low elo, it's still B tier. Why is that? If you cannot snowball games, I'm sure if you play Rek'Sai, you feel it, you fall off. On top of the nerf, not as good. Plus, the main reason why Rek'Sai is strong is because the ganks are very good, but usually people in Platinum below don't master ganking as much. So if you suck at ganking, I would recommend you to just watch this part. Like, honestly, this is something you just have to watch, right? Just this part, how to gank. Ganking is this one. Basically, if you gank, I'm just gonna quickly show you guys, because honestly, Most champs that require good ganking, if you just do this properly, which is let CC go in first, don't ping him too early, you wait for him to go farm. Why is that? Let's say that this Ezreal goes, for lasted, he will not look minimap. And as you're playing Rexa, you're ganking here, don't walk like this, just walk like this. So if they try to run, you're gonna meet them. But all these small details will really make the difference a lot on, making this champ at least A tier or A+. But you have to master that, Okay, listen, this is actually, I'm actually gonna put listen B tier. You might be wondering, this champ I've always put at C tier, but why am I putting B tier now? This champ is hard, sure, but throughout time, I feel like people actually improved on playing this champion, and this champ is still easier than these champions. Because in team fights on Lee Sin, you can still play, whereas these champs, you cannot play if you're not good, or somewhat okay. So Lee Sin actually went from C to B tier in my books now. Now, let's go to Fiddlesticks. Fiddlesticks is, in my books, A+. Why is it A+? Sorry, A tier. It's mostly because people will not respect your ultimate, they will die. But there's one big problem. You don't win 1v1 and you're very ult-reliant, and it requires you to understand vision. So all of those things combined it's A tier. Jarvan A tier. Why is Jarvan A tier? Because you're not really OP 1v1, but you are very strong at making picks. And you're okay at team fighting. That's why it's A tier. A tier is just usually solid, okay? That's usually A tier. Now Zac, okay, Zac's B tier. I think Zac is super strong, but just not in lower elo. Because if you just miss your skill shot, it's not a champion. Bel'Veth. Okay, Bel'Veth goes into B tier as well. I mean, Bel'Veth is an assassin. People might not see it that way, but Bel'Veth is an assassin. It's not a bruiser. The way it plays is literally like an assassin. Even if you go a bit bruiser build, you play it like an assassin. Because in team fights, it's not playable if you don't flank. That's why it's B tier. Now, Popster. Okay, Popster, for me, it goes into A tier. Why A tier? I think this champ, with the buffs, by the way, got a lot stronger because they give him extra damage. But my problem is still that it is more like champion that negates. So when I say negates, it's good against a champ like Jax, Wukong, Xin Zhao, and you want to play front to back. But if you pick Jax against any other champion, right? Sorry, Poppy, it doesn't make as much sense. So it's very situational. It's like an S counter pick, but generally speaking, A tier. Brand jungle, okay, B tier is just, it requires good positioning. It requires you to basically know how to team fight and how to play for objectives and play in your vision. People usually lack that understanding in lower elos. Like Camille C tier, it's hard champion, it clears shit. Platinum below, don't play the champion. Cho'Gath, I'll put it on B tier. I think Cho'Gath's a good champion in high elo, but in low elo it's just sadly not as good. Shivan, okay, this champ, I might want to put this champ S or A+. I'm thinking. Okay, I'm gonna put it A+. Or S. Oh, I think this champ is very, very good in low elo. And I think as you get high elo, this champ is actually pretty decent as well. But I'll put this champ at A+. Why A+? It does require some skill. I feel like the other champs don't require that much skill and they're still very strong. But Shyvana is probably the highest A+. Why is that? I think Shyvana in teamfights is pretty solid. And in making picks pretty solid as well. 1v1 is pretty solid at everything. I would say a bit better than solid, okay? And the main reason why it's not S is simply because in teamfights, you're not going to be as OP. But if you, on this champion, play side lane and make side lane picks in mid game, you beat almost everyone. So see Shyvana as like a side lane pick champion instead of a team fighter. Before you go to team fight, make a side lane pick. If you do that, this champ is Omega OP. Aatrox. Okay, Aatrox, in my books, is like... It's a bit mixed feelings. I do think this champ is good, but I just don't think it's that good in lower elo because this champ is hard to pull off. Even high elo people struggle with this champion because it's a difficult champion. I would say if you go bruiser build and you play against a lot of melee champions, it's not too bad though. And most of the times in low elo, you're playing against melee champs and you basically build bruiser on Aatrox. So I'm gonna put it like on A tier. Okay, Riven is like C tier. Like it's actually not a bad champion, but the champion mastery is very difficult for this. Now, Olaf. This Olaf is the biggest thing about the entire patch, which is basically it gets 20 bonus monster damage. Okay? Actually, not 20 bonus monster damage, but it basically gets like some extra damage, right? Compared to before. So it gets like 40 extra damage at the last level, which is pretty insane. So basically, this clear gets a lot better after level 2, basically, okay? So I would say that Olaf is strong, but I think he runs the same problem as Rek'Sai, which is that in mid game he's very strong, but it falls off. But if you get the head, it's so disgusting. I would put this champion on A+. Why is that? Because I think this champion is already strong. And for that reason, it's A+. I do think that with Olaf, if you just full clear and then make a play, and you get level 6 as well, you're gonna beat most champions, but you just have to like farm up. But the problem that I have now is that people usually don't farm efficiently, and if you fall off, it's A tier. So even with the buffs, as sad as it is, I don't think it's A+, because it's not gonna be as strong in team fights compared to other champions, and if you happen to fall behind, which can definitely happen, you will be an NPC. Actually, whereas the other champs will still be somewhat useful, unless you play Briar, but you get my point. Now Morgana, okay, Morgana is just B tier, it's just a mad champ. Talia, B tier. Elise, sadly B tier. Because these champions, these three, don't scale insanely well and requires high champion mastery. Oh, Mossy, okay, Mossy, I'm gonna put Mossy A+. Why Mossy A+? Most people play enchanters in low elo, so you'll see champions like Janna, Yumi's, whatever, Nami's. If you play against those champions and people don't save their spells for you, you can make a pentakill. Mordekaiser, okay, Mordekaiser is for sure A+. You might be wondering why A+. It counters so many champs in A+ and S tier, but it's more like a very good counter pick. Mordekaiser is still one of my most underrated champions that is strong, but people don't play him. But if you play Mordekaiser, you probably know what I mean. It is very strong in low elo. I'm telling you, it's Z counter pick, but generally speaking, I would give it A+. It's very solid. Okay, Pantheon B tier. Why Pantheon B tier? The clear is just slow. It's not that insane. And the 1v1 is good, but the clear speed is just too horrible. Viego. Okay, Viego in my books is just A tier. Why A tier? It's solid, but it's not very good and it's not bad. I feel like if you play Viego, the problem is that some drafts are unplayable because you have an enchanter. And some drafts you don't have any setup, which is why it's A tier. I know some games Viego really pops off and you're like, Viego's OP, but if you put Viego in 100 games, it's not as OP as you think it is. Set B tier. It doesn't do too much in lower elos. It's okay 1v1, but it's not like very impressive. It's very high champ, mastery champ. Gwen is B tier. I mean, the scaling is not bad, but the game is just over before it starts sometimes. Okay, Nidalee is C tier. This champ doesn't become a champion if you miss your skill shots. For obvious reasons, it's C tier. Gragas B tier. The clear is okay, but it's more like Gragas is always solid if you play front to back, which means that you just want to peel for your AD carry and protect him. But if you don't know how to play Gragas well, and it's not that strong 1v1, it's like a budget Poppy. The AP Poppy, but worse. It has less damage too. Diana, okay. Diana in lower elo, I would say A+, especially because they buffed Diana, and now the clear's faster as well, and the team fights are pretty solid. It's basically above average with everything. That's why it's solid. Okay, Quinn is like B tier in low elo. I do think this champion is strong, but the problem with Quinn is that it loses against most champions, and you need to know which fights to take and which not. And that's the problem usually in low elo, which is bad. And Graves, okay, Graves I do think deserves a slot in A+, simply because if you watch some guides on Graves and you master this champion and you have people running into you, if you just farm it properly, it's A+. I would not put it S tier because it does require some skill. It's platinum and below after all, right? If you're like an iron, I would put it on A tier even. But around gold plus onwards, I would say it's A+. Easily. Teemo is just cursed. Not putting it anywhere. Tryndamere, okay, Tryndamere is just B tier. Actually, maybe even C tier. I feel like this champion is just not recommended in low elo because it requires you to space very well. And when I say spacing right, I mean the following, which is this. And people suck at this, by the way. Like, but if you're in low elo, this is actually very crucial to work on, which is this. Think of it like this, okay? Imagine, okay, take a look at this example. Look at this Kha'Zix. If you're in platinum below, you have to focus. You have to work on this. Look how Kha'Zix hits and moves. Do you see how he's hitting and moving? Like that? Can you guys do that? Like, this is spacing. So if you play Tryndamere, right, your hit, move should be very smooth. But usually people in lower elos, right, not the best. So for that reason, if that is bad, plus you don't understand a bit what abilities the enemy team have, you're not dodging it or you're not pressing your ult on time, it's just the biggest NPC. Zahan. Okay, Zahan, they actually did put a buff on Zahan, plus they buffed the clear. Zahan is a very solid champion, but the problem that I have with this champ is that the clear still isn't the fastest, and people don't utilize the passive well enough. It's just a solid champion. Karthus. Okay, Karthus is B tier. Why is Karthus B tier? In low elo, people don't abuse tempo. When I say tempo, I basically mean whenever you have a good clear, using that time efficiently, and then clearing your next camps as well efficiently and getting ahead and making plays happen with that. But if you don't use your tempo properly and you go even against a champ like, let's say, Xin Zhao, there's no point in picking Karthus. And people in low elo don't abuse tempo. So, no bueno. But, yeah, I would say there's no Z tier champ actually. But that's basically my tier list for platinum and below. If I were to choose one champion and I had to put it on Z tier, if I had to maybe, I would say maybe it would be the doggo. That's the only thing I can think of that's like obnoxious if it gets ahead. If you play Xin Zhao against a doggo, it's not playable. So I would say in the right matchups, the doggo will be Z tier. But generally speaking, S tier. So let's actually put the doggo on Z tier, boys. Because you can as well play this champion high low. But this is basically my tier list for platinum and below. And that's it basically. That's it. And now I'll make my tier list for the emerald and above. Emerald plus. Okay. Actually, wait, fuck. I should make a screenshot of that. Let me put with Nolus was C tier, Kiana was C tier as well, C tier, cursed. Wait, did I fuck up something? No, right? Platinum and below. What do you guys think of the low elo tier list? Any protesters in the chat? Who's protesting? Before I make the, you know, high elo tier list. Okay, I concur. What do you guys protest? No, should be Z. Hell no. Why did Jax move up? Wait, A plus is sold, right? Amumu overrated? I don't think so. I think you play with your ult on Mumu. Very, very solid. Okay, A plus is not like very broken. It's just very good, you know? Yeah, I mean, Nafiri is kind of great and low, but if you're too low, it's not good. But I think Nafiri is... Where's Nafiri? Is it B tier? It's okay to play Graves and Gold, yes. I've climbed with the B tier champs lower either than S tier. B tier. I mean, it's always preference though. It depends for everyone. But okay, let me make a screenshot of this though, at least. This is platinum and below. Plot below. Platinum below tier lists. Okay. Now let's make the higher one. Emerald and both. What do you know happens Santorin? Good question actually. I don't know. I know he's with KP together. Maybe he's just chilling, you know. Maybe he's just chilling in life. I mean, I think Santorin tried to do league content, but I think he just didn't know what to do really. I think he just played solo queue and he, yeah, that's it, you know. And it felt like he, I don't know. I mean, he's a super chill guy, but I think he didn't really find it worth it, maybe, because he's been playing League his entire life, and I think if he wasn't an educational content creator and if he doesn't enjoy it and you just stream, I'm not sure if doing League is that worth it, unless you have like a lot of viewers, you know. But okay, regarding the Emerald and above, I'm gonna speedrun it because my voice can't. Yep, perma. Nunus, Johnny. Net isn't Netty. I would not consider him like an educational content creator. Actually, I'm gonna put my boy Kinner on 80 actually. The thing is that, for example, me, before I even became a pro coach, even as a pro player, I actually already made educational content. Because for me, I actually find it enjoyable to teach people, you know. So not everyone likes it. Some people do it for the money, but some people just genuinely enjoy it. And if you don't genuinely enjoy it, you can't survive, you know. That you actually need to like what you're doing. Because then it's more gonna be like a job, you know. And some people don't even like playing League of Legends. Like I actually like playing League of Legends, and I like helping people. I'll tell Olaf, I feel like it's gonna be A plus, but I Trundle. I mean, Trundle is actually a pretty decent champion. I will not be lying. Jax, solid. Where should I put Graves? Did I put the Graves in S tier? I feel like this champ is fucking Balenciaga. I haven't played Diana in quite a bit actually, but If you're a good Jarvan, actually. We're doing Emerald and above now, yeah. I mean, because it lost a bit on Wukong, guys, it goes a bit lower. It used to be on S tier, back to A+. Kane's A, B, A+. Poppy actually is like... Yeah, those are some big buffs though on Poppy. Poppy's actually OP, but like I hope people don't play Poppy. I actually hope people don't play Poppy. Ambessa. Ambessa and Harry Elo. I mean, after the nerf, I feel like it's not as OP as before. And I think with the Rek'Sai nerf, I'll put it like A+. Yo, what's up, Mysteris? Which champion is good if you want to play Kha'Zix Rengar? If you want to play Kha'Zix... If you play Kha'Zix, you want to ban Rengar. If you want to play Rengar, you should ban Poppy. Actually, which Rengar... But no one plays Poppy, honestly. In solo queue. So you're good. Quinn. Aatrox. Aatrox is actually solid if you're good. Actually, Kha'Zix feels pretty good as well. Riven. Okay, you know, problem with Riven Hyelo is that if you're actually good on this champ, at least A. Gonna B, set B, Rams B. Bro, I feel like in high elo, no joke. So many champs are actually OP. Actually, maybe I've been a big Ivern enjoyer, but what is more annoying? A good Graves and good Talon or an Ivern? My opinion is actually a good Graves and Talon. So I think Ivern goes down the list. Ivern's going down the list because of the meta. Bro, I swear to God. Kiana is for sure A+. But I don't think Kiana is going to be admin lobby. What was the last nerf? Hold on, let me search it up. Kiana nerfs Wikipedia. Base attack. They literally reverted here, no? They literally reverted the nerfs. Or am I tripping? Chat. Am I tripping? Okay, they did tune down a bit everything. Bro. So they basically reverted. Okay, but I feel like most people won't make Kiana an admin champion, like a lobby admin. Lilia didn't get nerfed. Actually, Silas is actually real rapid Silas. If you have good ultimates, Like, I feel like Silas is good, but only with good ultimates. I'll put it A+. Usually it's good ultimates in Soloq. In high elo at least. Rengar. Zed. Yeah, you're going to A tier, buddy. Wait, is this guy actually? The Fury. The thing is that Nafiri hasn't terrorized. I don't think. I mean, it's because it nerfed assassin items. Ah, that's why. They nerfed assassin items. Okay, I'll be honest. Skarner, this piece of shit. I will have to put it A+. I think this champ's absolutely fucking disgusting. But let's keep it C tier. This is just to make sure people don't play this shit champ. Actually, let's put it A+. Okay. What do you guys think of the tier list so far? I think Graves, Stallone, Rengar. I mean, is there anything Z tier? You think Diana should be higher? Move cars down one? No, never. It should be there. Diana one higher. Let me see. And honestly, I think I could agree with that. Yeah. Sure. I think Diana can be one higher. I mean, of course, a lot of champs are comp dependent. You think Silas for sure up with this patch? I mean, Silas did get buffed, right? Or was it previous patch? I mean, I think A+ is fair, by the way, for Silas and Emerald Plus. What were the Silas buffs again? Wait, am I blind? But I mean, A+ is already super fair in Silas. So what, do you want Silas on S or what? There's no way Silas should be S, just so you know. That is fair. But okay, which champs do not belong in A+? I feel like everything is justified in high elo. If anything, I feel like maybe Amumu. Actually, not. Yeah, I feel like Amumu should be A tier in high elo. I don't think it's as good as other champs. Hecarim, Hecarim's for sure A+. You think Bryce Hardenby? It's debatable, but every Briar I play against is so fucking dog shit. But I will have to give you this, that they actually got to Challenger somehow, some people. So I do agree. I will have to agree. It's not B tier. It's fair. It's fair. Anything else? Maybe Jace. Maybe Jace goes one higher, but most people suck on Jace. If it asks me in Challenger, A+. But anything below that or Grandmaster, it's not it. Udyr, where did I put Udyr? I mean, honestly, I would say Udyr can deserve A+, because the AD Udyr, that shit is one-shotting me. So I would say the AD Udyr, I have to like give it some respect. Like I have to give it some respect. Hmm. This is tier list for Emerald and above. Which champs are strong? But is Rengar, Soloq? I feel like Rengar is up there. If you're good on Rengar, completely disgusting Astro shit champ. No, but that's it. I think this is the best tier list I can make for Emerald Plus. I think I wouldn't change anything. Nope. Okay, any complaints? Shake A plus? Nah, I'm gonna keep Shake A. Yes, I think Cho'Gath's A plus. I think Cho'Gath's actually underrated. Left or right doesn't matter. Rumble's A, right? I think Rumble's A in my mind. If Rumble's A, it's correct. Where's Rumble? That A is correct. Nah, order does not matter. Nah, but I think this is honestly a very fair tier list for Emerald above. Emerald plus tier list. Anyways, that's it of the tier list. I will have to go now though, and I'll upload the tier list on my Discord, by the way. I'll just learn the use of it, bro. Zara is not useless. I should actually play Zara more solo queue. Like, I forgot how broken this champion is, but it's fucking broken. Anyway, let me check my invite link. Okay. But yeah, that's it, I think. Anyways, that was it for the tier list. Why is Nocturne not S+? You're not SOP always. Anyways, I'll be uploading tier lists on my Discord, so if you want to watch the low elo tier list as well, you can watch it. But for now, I gotta dip. When tomorrow stream? Tomorrow I'm going to the gym, but I think I'll be streaming in the morning. Anyway. Why Zyra is higher than Morgana? Bro, Zyra is 20 times champ of Morgana. If you ask me why, Zyra 20 times faster clear. If you root someone, you use your plants, Omega one-shot them. You can permanent poke people from distance. It's just a much better champion. Much, much, much better. Anyway, wish you guys a nice day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. I appreciate all of you guys. Wish you guys a lovely summer. Enjoy the disgusting weather. And actually, I hope you guys enjoy the weather if you enjoy it. But as a gamer, I hate summer. I love winter though. Winter is the peak. Anyway,